it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my 11th update for Panner's Bingo. Kana Gray created this Pantastic Ladies project, and it's bingo. She made 5 bingo cards. Every month there are new numbers called. Once a number is called, that is your green light to get credit for working towards your goal for that prompt. You can work ahead if you want to, but you don't get credit until the number is actually called. And once you get 5 in a row, you win. You can go for blackout bingo if you want, but I'm not planning on doing that. I will, however, start at the top of my list and we'll see what progress I've made in the last month moving towards getting a bingo as a 5 in a row. The first project we're going to talk about is what's been in here the longest. I had B1 since the intro, and that is hardest to pan. I think the hardest thing to pan is highlighter, and I picked this Tarte Exposed Highlight. This is a deluxe size. My goal was to hit pan, and I have done that. So there's a little bit of pan right there, and I just hit that about 20 minutes ago while I was getting ready to film this update, so that was really exciting. I honestly only used this about 3 times in the last month, giving me a total of 58 uses, and so I think I had about a total of maybe 65 uses on this product in total to hit pan, so I'm really happy to have done that. It is a nice highlight. I will be keeping it around, and I'm sure it'll show up in another project eventually, but for right now I'm going to put it aside and work on other highlighters. Also, since the intro, I had 072, which is leftover from another project, and I picked this little black eyeliner. I don't know what brand this is. I'm sure it was drugstore though, and I still have not finished this. I wanted this out by now, and it's still here. I've used it a grand total of 65 times in this project. I really want to focus on this because I really want it out of my collection by the end of the year. I thought it would be done by now, and I'm going to work on this extra hard for the last part of the year. N35 is candy, and I picked a promotional lip balm. It's spearmint scented, so there's the candy, and that is what's left. So there's very little product remaining in here, kind of the same story as the eyeliner. I kind of thought I'd have this done by now, but I'm certain this will be gone by next month. It lives in my purse, so I use it quite a bit, and this will not survive the year, I'm sure of it. 070 is favorite brand, and I picked Tarte as my favorite brand. That's kind of tricky because I don't really have one, but I do like their cheek products. And so I picked this Tarte blush in the shade Captivating. So far I have a total of 62 uses on it in this project. My goal is to hit pan, and I'm not there yet. I do have a dip. I've definitely worn away a good chunk of the pattern, and there's an indent in there now. I don't know when I'm going to hit pan, so stay tuned because it's still in the project. I-29 is a category you want to eliminate, and I want to eliminate all tanning related products because I'm just not interested in trying to get a false tan. It's just not worth the effort in my opinion. And I picked this little sample of the Bondi Sands tanning foam in the shade Dark. I got this as a gift with purchase, and I want to use it up. I think it might be about there. It's hard to tell because I can't see through this. I haven't used it in the last month. I stopped using this whenever I stopped wearing shorts, so it hasn't been getting any use. But it is technically still in the project, so here it still is. N32 is complexion, and I picked a sample of the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in the shade P8, which was darker than my skin. I was using it as a cream bronzer sort of situation, and it is now gone. I can't get anything else out of there. I do like this concealer. I do own it in my shade, and I'm wearing it now. So I am glad I got these samples, and this is now used up and out of the collection. And that is another space that I can mark off my card. 074 is your favorite show, and I have a couple of them, but I went with Stranger Things. And for that, I picked this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Heartless. I have goal to use it 24 times. I've only used it once in the last month, which took me from 12 to 13. But I wouldn't have used this at all probably if I didn't have it in this project, so I'm okay with that. And we'll see how many uses I can get on it in the next month. B11 is your favorite season, and we're coming up on mine. My favorite is actually winter, and I picked this Bath & Body Works Winter Candy Apple Body Lotion for that. I haven't actually used this in the last month. I'm still where I am right there, and that's because I've been using another lotion in another project, and that's been my priority. But I do want to finish this. I don't have a whole lot of it left, and I'm sure it'll be done before spring. Next is G46, which is black or white. I picked something black. It's the Bare Minerals Maximus Mascara. I got this deluxe size out of an advent calendar 2 years ago almost now, and so I'm trying to finish this. I've used it 48 times so far in this project, so it is still going. I'm not crazy about it. I think it's clumpy. It was a great volumizing mascara when I first opened it, but it really only took it about 2 weeks to get really clumpy and difficult to use. But I am still using it. I've added some eye drops to it to help thin it out, and so it's still working, and I'll keep working on it. 067 is loose, and I picked a foundation. This is the Bare Minerals Original Foundation in Neutral Ivory. I am trying to finish this. I can't really make a new mark. That's really still where it is. I've used it a total of 16 times. It's still in the project, and I do want to get this gone. There's not a whole lot left, and I do like it. It is a nice light coverage foundation option for me, and I like wearing this over cream cheek products, so I like to underpaint with the cream and put this on top. It works great that way, and I might repurchase this when it's gone. B3 already has pan, and I picked this NCLA Sugar Lip Scrub. I have a total of 9 uses on it in this project, though of course it already had pan, well, jar, but you know what I mean. And so there's what's left. I want this gone too, and I think I can finish it by the end of the year. I've been using it about once a week. I want to step that up to twice a week, and if I do that, I'm sure it'll be gone. We'll see if I can pull it off. G48 is a controversial brand, and I picked Drunk Elephant, and this is the Protein Power Peptide Resurf Serum. It's a sample. I've used it 31 times, and I was sure I would have this done by this update. I had already started using it by the last update. Last night when I went to use this, it worked just fine. I had no problem pumping product out of it. I shined a flashlight through it, and there's like nothing in there. I'm not sure that this is going to squirt out tonight, so I'm kind of irritated that it's not gone yet, especially since there's no way this is going to last the rest of the week based on what I saw with the flashlight. And so I'm kind of mad because this might technically be empty right now. I don't hear anything when I shake it, but I can't prove that because I haven't tried squirting it out today. So we'll see. I'm sure this is going to be empty extremely soon, and this is a guaranteed rollout for next update. G59 is cute packaging, and so I picked these Creme X Kuromi Bye Bye Blackhead pore strips. There are 5 strips in here, and I finished 2 of them. There's 3 left, so this is still in the project. There's 1 finished, there's the 3 left, there's the other finished. So there's where all the 5 are. Probably 2 more months. I think I'm going to use this every other week and get it out that way. And they work. They're not quite what I expected. I've never used any other pore strips, so I don't really know how to compare them to anything else. I kind of expected to be able to peel it and then see something like a porcupine on the back. That's how I was told the Biore strips worked. It's not like that. They're more like large pimple stickers, so they get stuff out of your skin, but it's not like solid, if that makes sense. But they do help. They make my nose less inflamed when I use them. It's kind of interesting to compare because I don't think of it as being inflamed until I use these, and it seems to have settled down and be less red. So I do like them, and I will finish the other 3. Last month I rolled in I-23, which is fiery, and I went into my Ace Beauté Serenity palette. This is the shade Utopia. It's orange with gold shimmer in it, so I consider that to be fiery. My goal is to hit pan. I've used it 3 times. No pan yet. I do have a bit of a dip, and we'll see how long it takes me to hit pan in that. And the last one I was working on was I-25, which is favorite color. My favorite color is purple, and I picked a nail polish. I don't know what brand this is, but it's a nail polish, and I'm actually trying to finish it. There wasn't a whole lot in there. It was down there, and I did paint my nails just a little bit ago, so I am still able to use it. As far as I can tell, it's not gone yet. It won't take long. I think maybe 2 more uses and this might be gone. We'll see. So that was a total of 2 goals met. I had the highlighter for B1 and then this concealer sample for N32. So those are both out. And this is actually the last of the roll-ins. So there's just 6 numbers that weren't called yet, and they are now rolling in, and that'll be all of the numbers in play. So there's no excuse for not getting bingo at that point. And I'm not sure how much longer it's going to take me, but I don't think it's going to be very long. But we're going to go through what the 2 coming in are going to be. N40 is underrated, and I picked this Revlon Color Stay. It's in the shade Creme Brulee. It's a cream eyeshadow. I like this. It makes a great base, but I never really hear people talk about it. I do have a dip in there, and my goal is going to be to hit jar. That's going to take me a while, but I do like it a lot. It makes a great base under just about anything, and I think I can do it eventually. We'll see. And the very last prompt is G54. That's a colorful eyeshadow. So I went into my Lilo and Stitch Ohana palette, and over here we have the shade Surf's Up. It's the shimmery blue. My goal is going to be to hit pan in that. I do have a good dip in there. I don't think that's going to take very long. We'll see if I can do that by next update. It's possible. We'll see. I do like that shade, and so my goal is going to be to hit pan for that. I'm going to go ahead and throw my bingo card on the screen as it stands now. I am now only just going to mark the numbers that I've met my goal on. Since all of them have been called, it doesn't make sense to mark the called ones anymore. It's just all of them have been. And so you may notice that I am 1 away from bingo across the middle row. G48 is not yet a goal met, but that will be the last thing I need to get bingo across there. And that's the serum from Drunk Elephant. So it's really only going to take me a day or two maybe to meet my goal on that if it's not already done and I just don't know it. So I'm really agitated because I could have bingo right now if I knew whether or not that was empty, but I don't really. So I am certain that I will have finished this project by January 1st. We'll see how many other goals I can meet by then. I'm not just going to empty that and quit entirely. At least that's not the plan. So we'll see how many more get marked off in total, but I am sure this is the last update for me. So good luck with your projects, and I will see you next time. Bye.